this one time. They used to have swim call, and they used to put the motor whaleboat in the water, and a gunner's mate with a rifle in case the sharks came by. And sure enough, the sharks came by, and they said, everybody out of the water. And, you know, they had the netting over the side, and people were flying out of there, you know. We used to have swim call. It was so hot off the Vietnam coast. It was so hot. Mail call. That's how we used to get our mail from the aircraft carrier or another ship. They'd send it over by helicopter. And movies. We would exchange movies in that manner. Unless we got them when we replenished. Oh yeah, we followed a Russian trawler for the longest time. That's how we used to get the chaplain aboard the ship. We used to hook up, hold it up. We used to hook up with the tenders, and they would send us over supplies, and the chaplain would come over and have service in the bosun's chair. This is what we used to do as bosun's mates. We would refuel and rearm. We would do all the rigging between ships when we were at sea and send over the supplies. Okay, anti-submarine. Here we go, ASROC. There we are. There's how big those drones were. I knew I had some pictures of them. Now, if I'm not mistaken, we're looking in where we're standing.
Okay. Yeah, if I stand back here, you want to hold your book up?
Yeah, this was the hangar door. This was what we called the hangar.
Right.
And this is where the drones were stored and lashed down.
And when you're on the outside, you can see where
you can see where it used to be. Yeah. They changed it around when the Turkish got it, I guess. The water. There's the motor whaleboat. I used to be the bowman. But I don't believe that's me in the picture. But that was. I wasn't the coxsman, but I did go to coxsman school. I used to drive those little Mike boats. I believe this is Jacobs driving this motor whaleboat right here. As I say, okay, the motor whaleboat, armed guard, and radio operator Finch, Lockhart, and boat coxswain, and Jacobs. Yeah, I was right. It was Jacobs. Now, when we would, that was back in the days when we anchored out in Chu Lai or off Da Nang. They used to send those little junks out, and they would put explosives on the side of ships that were anchored out. And so we used to put, that's when we mounted those 50 caliber machine guns, fore and aft. And we put floodlights out, so and we stood watch on those 50 calibers. If anybody came within there, then if they didn't halt after 3 halts, then we opened fire on them. So, because they were putting explosives to the hulls of ships in those harbors when we were anchored out. These are just pictures of Liberty, things we used to do when we would go ashore. In fact, that's where I got out. They sent me off the ship in December of 1968 and let me off in Okinawa. And I stayed there for 4 days to catch a plane back to El Toro in Southern California, Marine Base. That's where I got out. But they got off the ship in Okinawa. We had a favorite bar in Yokosuka. It was called the Birdland, and we would always visit there and hang out when we were in port, because we were home ported in Yokosuka, so we knew the town pretty good. But that's about it. There's ORLECK, officers and crew. And this again, I don't know if you got a good picture of this when you're in that other light, but this is the celebration of Have Guns Will Travel, the 10,000th round. And that's me, the first zero, holding the 5-inch 38 projectile. We had that sign made. And then we went, like I told you, we won, we got to go aboard that aircraft carrier.
Mm-hmm.
They had a sign that says, Top Gun, 7th Fleet. And that is the cruise.
That's your story, huh?
That's my story.
Are you sticking by it?
I'm sticking to it.
We're really glad that you came by the ship
I'm
again.
glad I came by, yeah.
And you got to come back because we got some great things planned. It's just taking us a long time to get there, but they're going to be fantastic.
I just hope other people hook onto this website so maybe somebody will get a hold of me. Appreciate your time.